Wango Diane, Program Manager for Gender and Human Rights at Community Center for Integrated Development. Coupled with the issues around the society today, Community Center for Integrated Development thought it wise to organize a sexual harassment training for CBO leaders and NGOs, and as well as employees around the world. Sexual harassment has been an issue that has been plaguing the society for a very long time now, and sexual harassment has to do with unwelcome sexual advances done by an individual on another person without consent. Therefore, this program has been organized to put it out there, to talk to the world, put it out there to talk to the world about the ills of sexual harassment, the effects of sexual harassment, as well as the preventive and methods and measures on how to combat sexual harassment in our society, not leaving out gender-based violence issues.
I'm Gwamesia Chelsea Debbie. Today we have a training on sexual harassment, and I'm a facilitator. I presented on the laws on sexual harassment in Cameroon, addressing perjury, addressing rape, addressing crimes against children. And today we found out that many of the laws are not being taken seriously by Cameroonians, are not being taken seriously by the courts and the lawyers and the judges. And there's that mishap when it comes to laws and crimes against violence against women. So today was a training to present to the participants on to know their rights, their legal rights, and know the laws that favor them when it comes to sexual harassment in Cameroon. And also we spoke about the response and prevention of sexual harassment in Cameroon. And many of these responses include referrals, such as the GBV helpline, which Community Center for Integrated Development has, and safe houses like LUMEF, which they take care of survivors.
My name is Famila Rebecca, and today I did a presentation on sexual harassment. So we basically spoke about things like the types of sexual harassment, who can be sexually harassed, where to go to, and what can non-governmental organizations do in terms of combating sexual harassment in the workplace.
My name is Sando Godlove. First of all, I'm very happy that I was invited to this seminar, and I can confidently say that what I've learned from it was actually what I was coming expecting that I will get. Basically, everything that's been said about sexual harassment, it's explicit enough for me to now tell some other people more about it. It's good that many people should get to find out what acts you have to do that somebody can warrant somebody to charge you or say that you have committed an act of sexual harassment. And that's enough. If everybody gets to know about what we have learned here, I think the world will just change. People will change the way they perceive things.
I'm Tiku Lydia Arong from the University of Boya, studying international relations. So far, I've studied a lot about sexual harassment. We have been talking since morning, and I've learned a lot. Of course, I've been sexually harassed many times without even knowing that it's sexual harassment. We have visual forms of sexual harassment, the physical, many forms, and I'm so excited to know about all these stuff about sexual harassment, and I think I'm more educated about it. I have a better knowledge about it.
This information is going to help with these participants to develop policies and educate their employees and the population on the ills and how to combat sexual harassment as it infringing on the rights of individuals and the performance of people at the workplace.
It's going to help participants in such a way that they could be able to identify their legal rights and present to survivors the rights they have or the steps to follow when they face sexual harassment in societies.
Yeah, just like they deemed it necessary to invite me to get the information. I cannot keep it to myself. I will also tell people who are close to me, who have no knowledge of what I've learned here, so that many more people get to know about.
I plan on discussing with my my age group, like that's the adolescent girls and young women, on sexual harassment through my WhatsApp status, my social media platform like Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, and Instagram. At least from there, I will get a range, like a wide number of females like me to talk to them, and even in school.
Generally, it was very interactive, right? Where we had a lot of debate on what constitutes sexual harassment and what does not. And it was something very, very interactive, because we get to know that it's still something that happens in the workplace, but people do that unknowingly in that workplace. And this has helped to shape, or let's say deconstruct mindsets and reconstruct better ones, which are to combat sexual harassment in the workplace.
Well, the training was a good one, and it's good to subsequently have those, because we live in a community where sexual violence and sexual harassment is very common. So it's always good to educate the community and the public on the ills of sexual harassment in our country.
Yes, I can say that it was very great. The organizers did so well. The presenters actually did their best, and I must congratulate them for that, because all the questions that we even asked when we had a doubt, we had to clarify everything.
I want to say a big thank you to Miss Laura, Diane, Chelsea, and all the organizers. It was a perfect workshop, and I would love them to do more and more and more. Thank you.
Participants felt satisfied. They came in their numbers to learn and understand what sexual harassment is all about, because we believe that we need to make a change, and the change starts from us. So people from other organizations have come to learn more about sexual harassment and be able to transfer the knowledge, to be able to impact the world on what sexual harassment is, on the ills of sexual harassment, so a change can be made. We are happy they've come in their numbers, and we are glad that they are going to go out there and talk about sexual harassment, and we'll probably do a follow-up to ensure that what they've learned from this sexual harassment training is not left within them, but they've spread out the knowledge to other people around the world.